Hi, it's Keith. I felt like a little canoe adventure, but I don't have time to drive to a wilderness area, so I'm starting where I am. It's Friday afternoon. I just got off work. There's my office, and I'm putting in the closest creek. I'll paddle my way through the suburbs over 50 miles down to the Illini State Park on the Illini River. Welcome to join me to see if I make it. Kind of curious about that myself. My trip will include paddling on one historic canal, paddling over 2 aqueducts, negotiating my way around 3 dams, camping 4 nights, and paddling on at least 5 rivers. The first river I'm taking is Klein Creek. It's rather small and most of the time pretty shallow. I don't recommend paddling it because you'll have to be walking most of the trip. But we've had plenty of rain, so it is flowing nicely. Now it is narrow and very windy. Takes some steering to stop from getting hung up. And there's also commonly obstructions that you need to stop and sometimes get out. But we'll see how it goes today. It's hard to believe that here in the suburbs you could find such a peaceful place, an undisturbed meandering creek, well, relatively undisturbed meandering creek, making its way through historic farmland, through thousands of years of Native American settlement, and it's a gorgeous day. I'm in some of the largest meanders of the river, and here where I'm going through right now, the river has broken through. This is a vacated meander that's filled up now because of all of the rain. It is on its way to becoming an oxbow lake. You can see a hallmark of suburban streams where this shore is being cut away. You can see the stones and the clay. Probably was a riverbed many years ago. But these suburban creeks will fill up with water quite quickly. All of the pavement and hard surfaces, when it rains, all the water rushes to the river, which is a good thing. We don't want flooding around homes, but it tends to erode the shoreline a little bit faster. I'm through the meanders, and up here around this bend, I believe, if I remember correctly, it straightens out. There used to be farms around here and a quarry. People love to straighten out rivers so they could get more usable land. Here you can see the river straightens out. Got some evidence of agriculture in the past. Got some fencing leaning into the river there. That's quite a hazard. Got some downed trees. But it's slowed down, widened, and straightened out, so it's not as hard to maneuver. So negotiating the stream can be quite tricky. You see there's a lot of debris here, and with all this water it's kind of pushing me around, so I've got to get around whatever that blue thing is and head for that little V downstream. Wish me luck. All right, it is opened back up. You can see why I don't recommend paddling Klein Creek. Normally you have to get out over here because there's rocks, but today we got some extra water. We'll see if we can get down this without flipping over. Okay, Mama Duck. I'm not here to hurt you. So I hear Geneva Road, so that means that this is the end of my trip on Klein Creek, and I am joining the west branch of the DuPage River. Here's an old bridge abutment for Geneva Road, probably over 100 years ago. I have joined the west branch of the DuPage River, my second river of this trip. I just passed under the Geneva Road Bridge. The west branch is much bigger than Klein Creek, so it'll be a little easier to maneuver. The west branch has got a lot of history. The bridge, the Prairie Path Bridge I just passed under, used to be part of the Aurora and Elgin Electric Railway. Started around 1900 and closed in 1954, I think. Here's parts of an old Aurora and Elgin bridge. You can see the river has definitely had its way with it over the years. It's all twisted. Obviously the bridge is gone. This branch was closed much earlier in the rivers, or in the railroad's operation. Straight ahead on the shore we have the Winfield Mounds, Native American effigy mounds from a couple hundred years ago. And there's also a village site there. This area has been excavated and of course robbed many times over the years. There's a muskrat up ahead. Sorry, Mama. Looks like somebody else is going to join me on the river today. Nice old railroad bridge from 1905. Got some horses along the river. I believe that's it. Been traveling with this swan, and swans can be quite aggressive, so I'm keeping my distance, staying slow. I wish it would decide to fly around me. The West Branch flows through many forest preserves. We started at Timber Ridge, then Winfield Mounds. We are heading for Blackwell. That's where we'll stay for the night. Thought I was going to head under that little bridge and get by it, but decided not to do that. Those geese don't want the swan around either. Looks like we're going to say goodbye to the swan. Goodbye, swan. We will see a few water treatment plants along the way. Looks like we've got one letting water into the river. Passing under Roosevelt Road. This is Gary's Mill Road. Gets its name from the mill that used to be right over there. This wide spot used to be part of the mill race to let water into the mill. And you can't really see it, but we are crossing over the old dam location right about now. On the other side of the river was Gary's Mill, the town. Now it's a school. A lot of history along the river. Looks like some more boaters getting in the river. And I've come to the site of my first campsite. Unfortunately, it's about a mile that way. So I have three choices to get there. I can paddle up Spring Brook. I can carry everything down a path. Or I can paddle down, further downstream, cross over into a lake and take the lake back. If I was a young man, I would just carry everything, but I'm not young, so I'm going to sit, give it a think. I'll let you know what I decide. Well, I decided to cross the lake. So I came down the river, pulled out here, put in here, paddled across up to my campsite. End of day one.